hard to slap a 47-year-old man she had fantasized about for the previous 6 months. I fervently kissed him back. I had imagined his kiss ever since he looked down my blouse. But did I have the agency to consent? The teenage brain is impulsive. There is a mismatch between the limbic system, which is the center of emotion, and the prefrontal lobe, which controls logic and reasoning. California's age of consent is 18. There is a Romeo and Juliet clause in cases of statutory rape that forgives lovers close in age. But obviously that didn't apply here. Did the art teacher's behavior, the extra attention he gave me in class, the evening he used my arm to demonstrate how the tendons cross over the elbow, the night he looked down my blouse, qualify as child grooming, a term that psychologists use to describe a pedophile's recruitment techniques? He had stopped wearing a t-shirt under his shirt after the weather turned warm, and I remember noticing how his newly exposed middle-aged neck sagged. I found it repulsive, yet I chose to overlook it. Does that constitute consent? Near the end of the semester, when he and I were alone in a corner stacking drawing benches after class, he whispered, so the retirees wouldn't overhear, "I wish you were older." I had always wished I was older. I had wanted to be an adult ever since I was a child. "I'm old enough," I replied. Was that consent? I've written about this kiss before. 25 years ago, in a memoir about my youth, Half a Life. I was in my mid-40s when I finished the memoir, the same age Arnold was that night. The memoir is as close as I have to a transcript. On my last night of art class, I dawdled in the hall until the other students were finished. I heeled the wall and watched them file out. As soon as they were gone, I slipped back into the classroom and shut the door behind me. Arnold was leaning against a window frame, arms folded, eyes shut, yawning. This time I approached him without a hint of coyness, without the spark of a blush. I unbuttoned the top 3 buttons of my peasant blouse, crossed the ink-splattered floor, and kissed him. He kissed me back, then stopped himself. I had no precedent to go on except Valley of the Dolls and Peyton Place. I asked him if he would sleep with me. He looked stunned. I mustered all my nerve and asked again. "Maybe we should talk," he said. I shook my head no. "Sweetheart, I can't sleep with you. I'd like to, but I can't." "I don't see why not," I said. I honestly didn't. For one thing, I could be arrested. He smiled, trying to make light of things. I had no sense of humor. "I won't tell anyone," I promised. He put his hand on my cheek. He didn't caress me. He simply pressed his hand against my skin. "It wouldn't be fair to you." The gesture felt so loving that I began to cry. "Shh," he said. He tried to take me around, but I kept my face averted. As much as I wanted to be held, I was embarrassed to stain his shirt with my leaky mascara. "I bet you think I'm a big jerk." It's the last thing I think. I've made such a fool of myself. "No, you haven't." "Do you still like me?" He cupped my head in his hands. I could tell he was choosing his words with great caution. "Jill, if you were older, I'm old enough," I said flatly. I am sure Arnold said those words. Maybe not verbatim, but close enough before he sent me home an intact virgin that night, as certain as I am that it was he who had been the instigator. When I wrote the scene, note that I use the term scene, not memory. Scenes in a memoir are no more accurate than reenactments on forensic files. Arnold and I had been living together for 27 years. If I had to rank our marriage at that juncture, I would have ticked the box, very satisfied. The story of how a couple meets, who kisses whom first, who declares their love first, is as instrumental to a couple's mythology as a creation myth is to a society's ideology.